So you're here with me, Richie, right? We're gonna smoke a cigar. I didn't have anything yesterday. I took it easy. I was feeling under the weather, but not sick. I was just tired. Maybe I just needed a break from the monotony. It is what it is, right? So this here is, it looks like a Robusto. This here was given by Big Firm. He put a bunch of cigars together. But he put one without the band. Because he wanted to know my honest opinion without anything on it. I don't know what it's going to be like. I have no idea what tier this cigar is. And of course, that's a price factor. But there are cigars that, let's say like my father, that are better than their price point. You know, that are mid. My father's prices generally are mid-tier prices. But they smoke better than mid-tier as far as where I put that brand as a quality. So anyways though, looks some nice construction. It's pretty dense for its pack, but really going into this blind, I have no idea. I have no idea what this is. I don't know if it's anywhere from, you know, like Cohiba to a fresh roll. I have no idea. If it is, if it's a dark shark, did he finally get me? Did someone, if this is a dark shark, it's going out the window. And if it's a prank, if it's a dark shark, here's the thing though. And if I don't like it, I'm just gonna be honest. So, this being with no information, I have no heads up. And not that you'd say, oh, I like it just because of a certain brand. But when you know what brand or what kind of cigar it is, you kind of have an idea what to expect. You know, it also goes both ways. People say, oh, if it's more expensive, then you're just going to like it. No, but the more expensive a cigar is, the higher my bar is. I expect more. So, I have no idea, bro. Look what you did to me. It's the first time someone did this to me. Big Firm. Big Firm it is. Lighten it up. Soft, gentle heat. I can't stress that enough. Soft, gentle heat. Okay. Draw is good. Cigar is stronger than I thought it'd be. Cigar is dark. Cigar is spicy. Cigar has a long finish. Cigar is a lot stronger than I thought it'd be. Thick, long, heavy flavor. Dark. Dark and spicy. It's an intense cigar. What are you trying to say? I'm a loud cigar. Draw is good. Cigar is slightly grippy in the mouth. It's not a bad cigar. I can't say off the bat that it's a world-class cigar. But it's not a bad cigar. So that means it's good. The cigar is really strong. Now here's the thing too. I haven't eaten since like 12 o'clock. It's 6:30. Right before I came out here, though, I'm at Cabela's, I did buy one of these. And this really does sound 451. I had a Goo Goo cluster, which that's different to what they're doing, in the sun. But apparently a Goo Goo cluster. It's gonna check myself. The cigar is almost full strength, and we're in the first fucking third. That's a strong cigar. So off the bat, do I know what cigar this is? I have no fucking clue. It's strong. How dark is it? I'm glad you asked, Sacco. From the darkest cigar you ever had to the lightest candela you had. Oh, here we go. Oh, Connecticut. Oh, sun-grown. Oh. It's like 80%. Cigars on the darker side. The original Southern Convection. Tear open, place in mouth, chew carefully. That sounds like a Saturday night. It really says that. I'll tell you what, it wasn't bad. I had to eat something though. Before I smoked the cigar, I haven't eaten in 6.5 hours. You don't want to smoke a cigar and you haven't eaten that long, especially if you're reviewing it. You have to have something, because so I don't know if the fact that I haven't eaten in 6.5 hours, is that making this cigar stronger than what it is? Although I did just eat that right beforehand, and sugar should just go right in your bloodstream. But so what can I say about it? The finish is long. The cigar is strong. The cigar is dark. The cigar is also spicy. The burn is good and the draw is good. So these are elements of quality. So is this a cheap cigar? I don't know. Meaning, of course, you have lounge pricing, and then you have, internet, and some brands on the internet, they get slutty. They're easy. Other brands like Padron and Davidoff, you got to marry them. No ticket, no laundry. Cohiba, though, Monte Cristo, at the lounge, they're like, you got to marry us. And then on the internet, Cohiba, Monte Cristo are like, quick, come over, my dad's not home. Like, yeah, General and Altatus, they give you some great discounts on the computer, which I don't know why it's like that. Probably, you could say, well, they make a lot of cigars, but so does Davidoff. I really think is that certain brands, even though Cohiba and Monte Cristo have prestige per se, they don't have prestige like Padron or Davidoff or high-end Fuentes. They don't negotiate on those cigars. And if anything, with high-end Fuentes, the price goes up on the internet. I can't find it. I'll sell it to you for double. And there you go. So, does brands like Cohiba, Monte Cristo, etc., CEO, does that hurt their reputation by selling it cheaper on the internet? I don't think so. Because I think a lot of guys will go, well, Cohiba Black at Padron prices I won't buy. But for $8 a stick on the internet, yeah. And then you smoke and you're like, I love this cigar. So, in my opinion, like Cohibas, they can't. They have to keep the full price at the store, because it is a luxury brand. But then they dump them on the internet for nothing, I can't place this cigar. Although, and I'm gonna guess. I have to guess. It doesn't feel like a Dominican cigar. It feels too dark, too heavy, too rich to be Dominican. I'm not saying Dominican cigars can't be strong. And I'm not saying there's not some Dominican tobacco in it. But going blind on this, I'd have to say it's more a Nicaraguan cigar. The wrapper, I don't know. Could be Mexican San Andreas, etc. I don't know. It looks more San Andreas than it does broadleaf. Once again, though, I have no idea what the cigar is. I don't know. When you're flying blind, my guess is as good as yours. But it is of good quality. It does not feel like a yard cigar. It does not feel like a factory smoke. I mean, it's actually impressive. It's got a lot of complexity. My car's getting wet. Shit. It's not. It was supposed to get snow, but now we're just getting rain, and I'm trying to. Shit. I look like I pissed myself. My leg is just covered in water. So, it is what it is. I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna say I love it. What do I mean by I can't say off this one-time experience, and I haven't even finished the cigar. I just started. I can't say that it would go in my VIP world-class lounge selection. It's not going on the Richie's list. Not yet. For me to even think about it, it's just great flavor. I'm really enjoying this cigar. It's a lot better than what I thought it would be, because when you look at a cigar without a band, there's so many things run through your head, and you're like, I don't know what the hell this is. Is this My Father or Quorum? Like, without a band, you're like, I don't know, until you light it up. But then I lit it up, and it's good. The cigar is full strength right now. The cigar is full strength right now, right here. So it's strong. I don't know what else to say about it. Strong, it's spicy. Black pepper. Deep dark coffee. Like espresso. It's on the darker side. But it's not, even though it's on the darker side, there are some notes within it that aren't super dark. So it feels like it has a little bit of balance. Once you go super dark, and that sounds like another joke, but I'm not saying that. Once you go super dark with a cigar, the profile becomes all unison. It just becomes dark. So you could have dark earth. This cigar does have earth on it, but when you have too much dark earth and too much black pepper and too much dark espresso, it's almost like all those blends together. If you make them so dark, you can't even differentiate. At that point, the cigar just becomes Darth Vader. It just becomes darkness, sadness, just heaviness, like demonic possession. And at a certain point, and those cigars can still be enjoyed, but you might want to balance it out with a pina colada, or if you want to go in the cheap, I don't know, a slushy. But don't get me started on slushies. Off my blind taste test, would I smoke this again? I would. Nothing is kicking as well. Would I smoke this again? I would. I have no idea what it is, and that bothers me. And I don't want to know until I post it. But it is good quality. If I had to guess the pricing on this, which would be impossible to guess, right? But I'm going to guess. Mid-tier price, $8 to $12. That would be my guess. Why would I guess that? Because that's what I'd be willing to pay for this cigar. It's not a VSG. It's not a Padron 26. But it's not a budget cigar. And it's good quality. I would say this cigar could hang out with My Father. I'm not even saying it's My Father. A cigar could hang out with LFD. Double Ajeros. It's up there. It's not a weak cigar, bro. This is full strength and we're in the first third. So I'm going to come back later, but all I can say is it's impressive for the strength, and we're still getting some complexity, and it's dark, and it's strong, and it's spicy. For newbies, no, not at all. So big firm shout out. I'd like to know what it is in the comments later tonight. Getting a little soft, but ash held on nice. Ash held on okay, nice. All right. So the ash held on well. I will say this, the flavor on the last third, towards the end of the second third and the last third, I wasn't crazy about. Something changed. The cigar, though, did get a little soft. It's squishy. I'm not sure if the cigar hit a soft spot. So the first third was pretty good, pretty impressive. So overall, where would I place this cigar? I think a solid 3.8 out of 5. I would recommend it. I wouldn't say, oh, box worthy. I wouldn't say life worthy, add it to my list. But I thought it was a solid cigar with solid strength, plenty of darkness. Rich, intense spices. Although, like I said, the first third was more impressive. So that's why I leave the cigar. That would be 3.8. If by my old standards, it'd be very good. By my old standards, it'd be very good, like an 89 or a 90. So that's where I'd put it. I have no idea what it is. I can only guess. My guess is more Nicaraguan. My also guess is it's not a cheap cigar, but it's not an expensive cigar. My guess would be mid-tier. And when I say mid-tier, mid-tier is generally $8 to $12, but it could be variable. If you get it online, cheaper, or on the low side maybe 6, on the high side 14. But I think more that middle ground, 8 to 12. I think that's what it would cost. So that's it. It was a quality cigar. It was not a shit cigar. I don't know the brand. I don't even know if it has a brand. It might just be some cigars, like a fresh roll in a sense where a cigar store makes has cigars made for them. I don't know. So it wasn't a bad cigar at all. It wasn't a world-class cigar. It was no Oliva Milano V. But I did enjoy it. So shout out to Big Firm. This is the first blind cigar test. I'm just reviewing the cigar as it is. But that's where I'd put it. 3.8 out of 5. I thought it was a quality cigar. Yeah, I thought it was a good mid-tier cigar. That's where I would put this cigar price. If I made this cigar, that would be my market. Like $8, $9. Like, I think those cigars would sell for around there at a lounge. And we're done.